Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host Mr. Brody is here. And today we're going to play Game 3 from the ICHIRO SUZUKI Career Replay. Game number 3 of the season. 2001 season, his rookie season. He's 27 years old, so a rookie here in the Major League Baseball. He had played in Japan for a number of years before that. But this is his first season in the Major Leagues with the Seattle Mariners. And the Seattle Mariners had won 116 games during the regular season. They're off to a bit of a slow start here, 0-2, but they are playing a team that won 102 games, the Oakland Athletics, second best team in the American League, in the majors record-wise. So hopefully they can salvage a game here today. ICHIRO Suzuki is off to a good start. We'll take a look at his stats when Seattle comes up. But without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Pitching for Seattle, Aaron Seal. Leading off for Oakland, left fielder, Johnny Damon.
Let's see here. Let's, I guess we'll put Mr. Brody over here for now. Mr. Brody, my co-host, is here, back from his vacation. House sitting in a friend's house, so we're back here. So alright, so welcome to Safeco Field for tonight's game between Oakland and Seattle. Gil Heredia takes the mound for Oakland. It's his first start of the year. He'll be opposed by Aaron Seely, who used to be on the Red Sox, came up with the Red Sox. At one point, he's supposed to be the next Roger Clemens. Kind of a tough thing to follow there, but you get all this picture in there. It looks a little off there, but not a big deal. Anyway, so he's also making his first start. 64 degrees with wind speed 9 miles per hour in from left center field. So for the Oakland Athletics, Johnny Damon, the future Red Sox player, will lead it off and play left field. Ortiz. I always forget his first name here. He's not a very good player. Jose Ortiz. Second baseman will bat second. Play second. Jason Giambi is off to a fast start with, I think, 3 home runs now. The first baseman will hit third. Olmedo Signs, the DH, will hit cleanup. Eric Chavez, the third baseman, bats fifth. Miguel Tejada, the shortstop, hits sixth. Terrence Long, the center field, hits seventh. Jeremy Giambi back in the lineup. He's got a home run in the first game already on the season. And he'll bat eighth and play right field. And Ramon Hernandez behind the plate will hit ninth.
Play ball!
So, all right, so the defense behind Seely is going to be Stan Javier. We started in Game 1. Comes back here for starting Game 3. Javier in left, Cameron in center, and Suzuki in right. In the infield, it's going to be McLemore, Guillen, Boone, and Olerud. And behind the plate, Dan Wilson. Cameron is the best defender out there in center field with a 10 rating. Cameron with an average arm. Suzuki in right also with a 10 rating and a above average arm. So Suzuki overall the best defender out there. Stan Javier average in left, a little bit above average with a weak arm. In the infield, overall pretty average. Boone and Olerud slightly above average on the right side. Again, below average on the left side. At shortstop, McLemore average. Aaron Seely, a very good defending pitcher on the mound. And Dan Wilson, above average defense with a below average arm. So that's your defense behind Seely. So Johnny Damon comes in hitting 200 on the season so far, 2 for 10. Hey, Miss Mags. Miss Mags is joining us here. She wanted to let us know that she's here in the room. No, you cannot be the host, Miss Mags. Miss Mags has been trying to be the host the last couple of games. Go over in your co-host seat over there next to Mr. Brody. We got it all set up for you. All right. So let's see here. So here's a windup in the pitch by Sealy. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Boone's up with it. Over to Olerud for out number 1.
Baseman, Jose Ortiz.
So Jose Ortiz hitting .222 in the season so far. 2 for 9 with 2 runs scored. Sealy looks in for the sign from Wilson. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's a ground ball to Olerud. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2.
Baseman, Jason Giambi.
So 2 up and 2 down for the Athletics in the first. Brings up Jason Giambi off to a fast start. 4 for 8 in the season with 3 homers and 7 runs batted in 2 games against the Mariners. So he's been a Mariner killer so far. Pretty much a one-man show. Has scored 4 runs. Slugging percentage of 1,000. So here's the windup in the pitch by Sealy. That's a ground ball to Boone at short. Takes it over to Olerud for out number 3.
Gil Heredia. Leading off for Seattle, right fielder, ICHIRO Suzuki.
So Oakland goes in order. So Oakland nothing. Seattle coming up. And we have a score. Anaheim 7, Texas 6 in the 5th. So Gil Heredia. And I did not give Aaron Sealy's record. Aaron Sealy had a... Let's see, what did he have? He had a... Where is it? Oh, 15-5 record with a 3.60 ERA in 2001. Whip of 1.24, 1 shutout, and our opponents hit .261 against him. He had 215 innings pitched, 216 hits allowed, 225 homers, walked 51, and struck out 114. So that was for Aaron Sealy. So Gil Heredia had a 7-8 record with a 5.58 earned run average in 2001. 109 innings pitched, 144 hits allowed. Surrendered 27 homers in those 109 innings, so he's subject to the long ball. 29 walks and 48 strikeouts. Opponents hit .316 against him. So ICHIRO Suzuki, he's off to a fast start. In his first 2 games, he's 4 for 9, hit at a .444 clip with 2 stolen bases. On base percentage of .500. So he'll lead it off for the Mariners. Next up will be Mark McLemore, the third baseman. Batting third is Brett Boone, the second baseman. Batting cleanup is Edgar Martinez, the DH. John Olerud, the first baseman, will hit 5th. Batting 6th, the center fielder Mike Cameron. Stan Javier, the switch hitting left fielder, hit 7th. McLemore is also a switch hitter at third base, and so is Ozzie Guillen. Not Ozzie Guillen, no. Carlos Guillen. It's Carlos Guillen, I believe. Yes, Carlos Guillen. Switch hitting shortstop hits 8th. Hitting 9th is Dan Wilson behind the plate. So ICHIRO, like you said, he comes in hitting .444. Steps into the box. Here's the windup in the pitch to Suzuki. And that's going to be a foul ball down the right field line. So 0-2 the count on Suzuki. And that'll be a base hit. So Suzuki's on with a leadoff single.
Mark McLemore.
I think we're going to try a stolen base for Suzuki here. See if he can get a jump. Get in a scoring position. He's off with the pitch. And he's safe. Suzuki gets his 3rd stolen base of the season. So he's in scoring position with nobody out for McLemore. McLemore comes in 3 for 9 so far in the season, with a triple and 2 runs batted in. Also scored a run. And it's a strike. So another score. Arizona 1, Los Angeles nothing in the first. And quickly, 1-2 the count now on McLemore. Count evens at 2.
Second
And he strikes him
baseman,
out. So Heredia gets his first strikeout. That'll bring up Brett Boone. Brett Boone, 3 for 10 so far in the young season, with 2 doubles and an RBI and a run scored. He pops one up behind the plate. Hernandez gives chase, but it's out of play. So 0-1 the count. Now the score in the ninth, the New York Mets lead the Atlanta Braves 7-2. And it's a strike, so quickly in the hole is Boone. Kansas City ahead of the Yankees 11-9 in the ninth. And this one's hit a long way, but that'll go foul out of play. So the count remains 0-2. Milwaukee 2 and Houston 1. So Houston was still in the National League in the 7th. And that one's popped up to center, kind of deep. Suzuki will back and tag, and he will advance to third, but with 2 out now as Boone flies out to center. So it'd be up to Edgar Martinez if they can get the run home here, if the inning gets to continue. Martinez just 1 for 8 on the season so far with an RBI and a run scored. Pops one up behind the plate. Hernandez is there, and that'll go back out of play. So 0-1 the count. And that's a dribble to short. Tejada up with it. Fires over to Giambi. And that'll do it.
Signs.
So Seattle cannot score, and after 1 full no score, Olmedo Signs will lead it off against Sealy. Signs 2 for 8 so far in the season. 2 runs scored. And that's a ground ball to third. Chavez up with it over to Giambi for out number 1. McLemore up with it over to Olerud for out number 1. So that'll bring up Eric Chavez. Chavez off to a fast start also. 5 for 8 in the season with 2 doubles and a homer. 3 runs batted in and 3 runs scored. So he strikes him out. So Sealy gets his first K of the day. So 2 down now for Miguel Tejada. 2 for 9 on the season with a homer and 2 runs batted in. Also scored a run. And that's a ground ball to Olerud. He'll take it to the bag himself.
First baseman, John Olerud.
And that'll do it for the Athletics in the top of the second. So after 1.5 no score, John Olerud will lead it off for the M's. 1 for 7 so far. And that's a slow dribbler. Ortiz up with it over to Giambi for out number 1.
Mike Cameron.
So to bring up Mike Cameron. What are you saying, Mr. Brody? I think you should go for you should try to bunt to get on base here? I don't know. Yeah. So Anaheim and Texas are tied at 7 now in the 6th. So Cameron up now. Cameron 1 for 7 on the season with an RBI. And that's going to fall in there. So Cameron's on with a 1-out single. Cameron did steal 34 bases. I think we're going to have him try to steal here. Cameron off with the pitch. And he's out. So Hernandez guns down Cameron trying to get in scoring position. Ooh, Javier was a good bunter too. Maybe should have had him bunt. Oh well. Stan Javier, 2 for 3 so far in the season with an RBI. And that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. So Javier with a 2-out double. So that caught stealing proving to be big, as that probably would have scored the run. So we have another score, National League action. St. Louis leads Colorado 7-3 in the 4th. So Carlos Guillen with a chance to put the Mariners on the board. Guillen 1 for 7 on the season. Looking for his first RBI. It's going to be ball 1. 2-0 the count. And that's hit a long, well, not really a long way.
Terrence Long.
As the left fielder Damon will come in and make the catch for out number 3. So Atlanta has scored a run in the bottom of the 9th. 7-3 now, though. New York still with a comfortable lead. So we head to the top of the third. It'll be Long, Jeremy Giambi, and Hernandez up against Sealy. Long 1 for 6 on the season with a run scored. And that's a slow dribbler. Olerud has it. Flips over to Sealy covering for out number 1. St. Louis 7, Colorado 4 in the fourth. Jeremy Giambi up now. 1 for 4 in the season, but that one hit was a home run. 3 runs batted in and a run scored. And this one's hit to right. Suzuki comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. Ramon Hernandez up now. 1 for 8 in the season with a run scored. And this one's hit a long way down the line. Ichiro's there and makes a great running catch. And that'll do it for the Athletics in the top of the third. So Anaheim has pulled ahead of Texas 8-7 in the sixth. So Dan Wilson up now. He'll lead it off for the Mariners here in the bottom of the third. Wilson 2 for 8 so far with an RBI, 3 runs scored. And he'll hit this one to center quite a ways. But Long is there on a warning track to make the catch. So 1 down now for Suzuki. He singled and stole a base, but was left stranded at third. 1 for 1 on the day. Average up to 500 now. And that's another hit for Suzuki. So he gets his second hit of the day. And I think we're going to have him steal again. Suzuki off with the pitch. And Suzuki's in there. So he gets his second stolen base of the day. Mr. Brody is moving over to the other seat there. Trying to get a better view here. So the pitch was a strike, so it's 0-1 on McLemore. So Suzuki in scoring position with 1 down. Trying to get the Mariners on the board here. And quickly in the hole is Miss Max running around. So 0-2 the count on McLemore. Milwaukee now 3-1 over Houston in the ninth. And McLemore strikes out for out number 2. So Brett Boone with a chance to put the Mariners on the board. 0 for 1. And that one's hit a long way and out of here. So Brett Boone goes yard. And it's a 2-0 Mariner lead. As the fans like that one. So to bring up Martinez now. And he strikes out the end of the inning, but Brett Boone goes deep and puts the Mariners on the board 2-0. So Sealy now with a lead here in the top of the fourth. Ooh, Texas has pulled ahead of Anaheim 10-8 in the sixth. Oops. So Johnny Damon will lead it off for the Athletics here in the top of the fourth. Damon 0 for 1 on the day. Damon grounded out to second his first time up. So he looks in for the sign from Wilson. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left. And poor play by McLemore is going to... What happened there, though? Poor play by McLemore. And Javier guns him out at second, trying to stretch it into a double. So Damon is out at second. Credit the assist to Javier there. So San Diego had a San Francisco 1-0 in the fourth. So Ortiz up now 0 for 1. And Ortiz will draw the walk. So Ortiz not much of a threat to steal. Only had 1 stolen base on the season. So Jason Giambi up now. He grounded to second his first time up. And it's going to be a ball. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Another swing and a miss. 1-2. Count evens at 2. Pops one up behind the plate. Wilson gives chase, but that's out of play. Count remains 2-2. This one's hit to left. But that'll go out of play. Full count now on Giambi. And he'll draw the walk. He works himself a walk there. So runners on first and second with 1 down for Almeida Signs. Grounded to third his first time up. And this one's hit a long way to right. Oldwood gives chase, but ooh, that one goes just in the seats. Foul. Ooh, as the fans and Sealy breathe a sigh of relief on that one. So 0-1 the count on Signs. And that is going to be a line drive. Cameron to dive out, chance 52%. I think we're going to try it. And Mike Cameron with a great diving catch. That one definitely saved extra bases there. Well, maybe not saved extra bases, but definitely at least it prevented a hit there. So Cameron comes up big there. So 2 outs now as Signs is retired. So Chavez up now. Chavez a strikeout victim his first time up. And it's going to be a ball. And that's hit deep to right. Suzuki gives chase, but that one is gone. Ugh. So Chavez goes yard and puts Oakland on top 3-2. So Seattle's lead was short-lived. So Oakland displaying some power here as they have all series. So Tejada up now 0-for-1. And this one's hit a long way. But Suzuki is there on the warning track to make the catch. But damage is done as Chavez goes yard with a 3-run blast. And it's 3-1 now. So Heredia with the lead. Ollud will lead it off. Ollud, Cameron, and Javier. If anybody gets on Guillen. Ollud grounded out to second. Back in the second. And that's a little number to short. They had up with it over to Giambi for out number 1. That brings up Mike Cameron. He singled and was thrown out trying to steal. And this one's hit a long ways. And that one is gone. Upper deck shot from Mike Cameron. So Cameron will tie the game. So Oakland lead was short-lived there. San Francisco on top of San Diego in the 5th, 2-1. Stan Javier up now. Singled his first time up. And this one's popped up. Oh, and did Heredia get injured there? Heredia was injured, but he'll stay in the game. As the trainer comes out to check him out, he'll stay in the game. So 2 down now for Guillen. So 0-for-1. Foul ball down the line. So he's probably reduced effectiveness now. So I'm guessing. So Guillen up now. Flight out to left his first time up. Little number down the third base line. Chavez has it. Over to Giambi. And Guillen beats it out. So an infield single for Guillen. That was a tough play for Chavez. Did everything he could, but Guillen beats it out. Then we have Dan Wilson. Flew out to center his first time up. Strike 1. Giambi holding him on. And that's going to be a base hit. And Guillen, who was off on the pitch with 2 down. Well, on contact. Motors his way to third, so runners at the corners with 2 down. Suzuki up now 2-for-2 as Hernandez goes out to talk to Heredia. Make sure he's okay. He's back behind the plate. Suzuki's got 2 singles and 2 stolen bases. A chance for an art to get his first RBI of the season. So Hardy looks in for the sign Hernandez. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's a line drive down the right field line, but it'll go foul. So 0-1 the count. And this one's down the left field line. So Suzuki quickly in the hole, 0-2. And this one's hit a long way, but that'll go foul out of play. Count remains 0-2. And low and way outside. 1-2 the count now. And Suzuki strikes out. I think that was the first time he struck out in the major leagues here. But that one a big one, as the tying run, as the go-ahead run was on third. But the Mariners do score one on the solo home run, upper deck shot by Mike Cameron, and we're tied at 3 after 4. So Long, Giambi, and Hernandez, bottom third of the order, up for Oakland against Sealy. And that is going to be a base hit. That'll go to the wall. He's going to try for 3, and he will make it. So Long with a triple. So leadoff triple. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away with nobody out. Jeremy Giambi with a chance to put Oakland on the board here. Ahead in the lead. So Giambi flew out to right his first time up. Strike one called. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. 1-2. Count goes to 2-2. Full count now. And that's a little number. No, so that will score the run as Olerud takes them to bag himself. As Oakland goes back on top 4-3. So we have a final. Anaheim, it loses to Texas by a score of 14-10. Hernandez up now, 0-for-1 on the day. And this one's hit a long way to right. Suzuki's there on the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. Johnny Damon 1-for-2. It's on the Macklemore over to first, and that'll do it. But Oakland takes the lead with a single run here and leads halfway through, leads at 4-3. So Macklemore will lead it off against Heredia in the home half of the 5th. Strikes him out. 1 gone now. Fans cannot believe that one. So Boone up now. He's 1-for-2. But that hit is a home run. 2-run homer to put the Mariners on the ahead 2-0 at the time. And that's going to be another base hit. This doesn't go all the way to the wall as Damon took a bad angle on that one. So Macklemore on with a 1-out double. So the tying run in scoring position for Martinez, who's 0-for-2. And it's going to be ball 1. 1-1 the count now. And this one's hit a long way to right. And that's going to be off the wall. And Boone will score the tying run. So Martinez with an RBI double ties the game at 4. So over the chance to put the Mariners on the board. 0-for-2 on the day. It's going to be ball 1. High and away. 1-1. Called strike. 2-1 the count on Olerud. And they're going to put him on. So runners on first and second for Mike Cameron. I don't know why they did that, as Cameron is 2-for-2, including a home run. Single and a home run. Base hit. Could put Seattle in the lead. As Hernandez goes out the top to Heredia. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be at the shoulders. And wide, ball 1. Foul back out of play, 1-1, Cameron. And that's a little number through. And we are going to hold Martinez, boy. Yeah, 51% chance. We're going to hold him. Who do we have coming up next? I don't know. Javier. I think we'll hold him. Javier is 0 for 1 with a walk. So we're going to say no. So it's going to load the bases for Javier. San Francisco leads San Diego 4-1 in the 7th. So Stan Javier with a chance to put the Mariners on the board here with 1 down. Hernandez goes out the top to Heredia, goes back behind the plate, pitches, and swing and a miss for strike 1. So Javier quickly in the hole, 0-2. Little nubber. They're going to go home with it. Over to first. So a 4-2-3 double play. So the Mariners, Oakland gets out of it and it remains tied at 4. Still don't think we should have sent him though. 51% chance. No, you can't. You can't. Maybe with 2 down I might have, but with 1 down, no. So we head to the top of the 6th. Sealy up to 71 pitches through 5. Ortiz will lead it off, 0 for 1. Strikes him out. His second strikeout of the day for Sealy. Jason Giambi up now, 0 for 1. That's going to be a ground ball to McLemore. Fires over to Olerud for out number 2 as Wilson trails the play. Olmedo signs up now, 0 for 2. And he gets hit. So that one got away from Sealy there. Hits him in the midsection. So 2-out base runner. Olerud will hold him on. Chavez 1 for 2 on the day. And swing and a miss for strike 1. That's a line drive down the first baseline foul. Let's move this back here. Here we go. Mr. Brody over there. Oh, Mr. Brody's going to get a drink of water. So Eric Chavez still at the plate now. 0-2 the count. 2 down. See if Sealy can get out of it and keep this a tied game. And it's going to be low for ball 1. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. 2-2 the count. Chavez has 3 RBIs today. Full count now on Chavez. And that one's hit. Oh, nice play by Boone to get to that one. Throws across his body over the Giambi. Oh. And that'll do it. So it remains 4-4 after 5.5. It'll be Guillen, Wilson, and Suzuki. Guillen 1 for 2, singled his last time up. We have a new pitcher. Looks like it's going to be Jeff Tam will come in to pitch. Check out his stats. So Jeff Tam making his second appearance, I believe, on the year. He's got a save and 1 strikeout. Has not pitched. That's weird. It says no innings pitched. How can you have no innings pitched and still have a save? Anyway, he's in to pitch now. Oh, 1/3 of it inning pitched. Okay, so apparently the other screen does not show tenths, thirds of an inning. So, whereas the main screen does. Okay. So, alright, so Guillen there, 1 for 2 on the day. Like I said, singled his last time up. And Tam strikes him out for out number 1. Arizona leads Los Angeles 4-2 in the 6th. Dan Wilson up now, 1 for 2. And this one goes a long way to center, but Long is there on the warning track for out number 2. Suzuki up now, 2 for 3 on the day. 2 steals today. And he's going to get his 3rd hit of the day as he's on base again. And he's going to continue to try to steal here. See if he can get McLemore up now. 3 strikeouts today, so we're going to have Suzuki run and steal. And he'll be in there for this 3rd stolen base of the day. So he's got 5 stolen bases on the season in just 3 games. So he's come out of the gates running. So Macklemore with a chance to put the Mariners ahead here. And 0-2 quickly in the hole. And this one's hit a long way, but that's going to go foul into the seats. Macklemore quickly in the hole, 0-2. And strikes out for 4th time today. Ouch. So Macklemore leaves the go-ahead run in scoring position. So Tejada will lead it off, and we're going to get some action in the pen, because usually when it says he's fine, I do not trust that. A couple of lefties coming up after this, followed by a righty. So we're going to get Arthur Rhodes. Start warming up. And so we'll have Jeff Nelson. Okay. Alright, so we get dual action in the pen. Tejada 0-for-2 on the day is up. Yeah, that always happens. Anytime it says they're fine, they're really not fine. Okay. It's one of my beefs about Action PC is I don't trust that when it says that. Alright, so we're gonna go visit the mound here. Hopefully they'll be ready now. And they are. So I think we're gonna bring in Arthur Rhodes, the lefty here. Face long.
Pitching for Seattle, Arthur Rhodes.
So Arthur Rhodes comes in. He's made 1 appearance, pitched 2 appearances actually. He's pitched 1 1/3 innings. Allowed 2 hits, 1 walk. So he looks at the runner, Tejada. Trying to keep him close. Kicks and delivers. And it's going to be ball 1 low. And that's going to be a little number. This will get the runner over. As Boone flips over to Olerud for out number 1. Ooh, Colorado all over St. Louis, 13-8 in the 8th. So I think we're going to bring the infield in here. There we go. So infield in playing for Jeremy Giambi is 0-for-2. And outside on the black, strike 1. 1-1 the count. And that one's hit a long way. That'll go foul as Suzuki gives chase. So quickly in the hole, 1-2 for Giambi. Oh my goodness! And Jeremy Giambi, as the Giambi brothers continue to terrorize the Mariners so far, take a 6-4 lead with a 2-run homer. Ouch. So that is going to be it as Pinola comes to get Hernandez. Comes to get our Rhodes. Should have probably switched him. Oh well. Oh well. Let me take a look at Arthur Rhodes and see what he... I guess we can't. Anyway, so now we're going to bring in Jeff Nelson.
Pitching for Seattle, Jeff Nelson.
So Hernandez up now, 0-for-2. And he'll line up Olerud for out number 2. Johnny Damon 1-for-3 up now. He'll draw a 2-out walk. Ortiz 0-for-2. Damon is a threat to steal, so we're going to try to pick off here. It's back safe. We try one more time. I can't get that. Can't get that down Oh well. 0 for 2 is Ortiz. Quickly in the hole, 0 and 2. Damon's off of the pitch.
Pitching for
And he strikes him out.
Jim Messer.
What damage is done is Jeremy Giambi. It's his second home run of the season, 2-run homer to put them Oakland on top 6-4. Jim Mercier comes in, making his first appearance on the year. 343 with a 2-8 record for the season, 3 saves, 63 innings pitched, 54 hits allowed, 4 homers, 26 walks, 61 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .231 against them. Boone will face him. He's 2 for 3 in the game with a double and a home run. And strikes him out. So Boone goes down for out number 1. Martinez 1 for 3. Back-to-back Ks from Mercier. John Olerud up now. 0 for 2. And he'll line out to long in center. And Seattle goes 1-2-3 in the home half of the 7th. After the 7th inning stretch. So Colorado doubling up on St. Louis 16-8 now in the 8th at Coors Field. Jason Giambi up now. So far he's been quiet 0 for 2. And he'll fly out to Cameron for out number 1. Signs up now 0 for 2. He flies deep to right. Suzuki gives chase and makes a great catch at the wall. So Ichiro with a great catch there. Chavez 1 for 3 up now. And he grounds out to Boone, and that'll do it. So Frank Menichino is going to come. Menichino can come to play in second for the Athletics.
Jason is Ringhausen.
Much better defender than Ortiz. And they're going to bring in the closer here in the 8th as Jason Isringhausen is coming in. Isringhausen has pitched 2 innings so far, allowing 2 hits, a homer, 2 runs batted, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .250 off him, ERA of 9. So Cameron, perfect day today, 3 for 3. Including a home run. And Isringhausen strikes him out for out number 1. It's Javier up now, 1 for 3. Wow, and Oakland's relievers have come in and dominated pretty much as Isringhausen strikes out the first 2 batters he faces. Guillen now up 1 for 3. And he'll draw a 2-out walk. So that'll bring the tying run up with Dan Wilson 1 for 3. Strike 1. And throw over to first. Guillen back safely. Throw over back again. Guillen back again safely. And that's a little nubber to second. Menichino up with it over to first, and that'll do it for Seattle in the 8th. Oh, I didn't have anybody warming up, did I? Man. I can't have Challen. So Brett Tom, April 7th. He's going to be pitching soon, so we can't. So I guess Paniagua will warm him up, hopefully. Okay. Hopefully this won't hurt us too bad. They had a 1 for 3. Ball 1. 2-0 the count. 2-1. 2-2. Full count. Oh no. That's off the wall. So Tejada in there with a leadoff double. Taking my own trip, and he should be alright now. So Paniagua is going to come in.
Pitching for Seattle, Jose.
Tejada in scoring position with nobody out for Terrence Long. 1 for 3 on the day. That's a foul ball down the third baseline. 1-1 the count. 1-2 the count. And he strikes him out. So a big strikeout from Paniagua. Jeremy Giambi up now, homered his last time up. 2-run shot to put Oakland ahead 6-4. Fouls him back out of play, 0-1. 1-1. And that is going to go all the way to the wall. That'll score a run. Tejada comes around the score. And Jeremy Giambi with his third RBI of the day. And Oakland now has a 7-4 lead at the top of the ninth, as the fans have started to file out of Safeco Field here. Again, they had no idea that Seattle was going to win 116 games on the season. So when you start off 0-3, or potentially be 0-3, and that's going to be ball one. That's a fly ball to center. Cameron gives chase and makes a great catch up against the wall. Web gem there for Cameron. Great leaping catch there. Saved definitely extra bases, if not possible home run. Giambi tags and goes to third with 2 out. And Colorado has defeated St. Louis 17-8. Johnny Damon 1 for 3 up now. And a great play by Guillen over to first, and that'll do it. But Oakland is able to tack on another run and leads at 7-4 now. So Isringhausen out now for his second inning of relief, trying to nail it down for the Athletics and give them a sweep of the Mariners to start the season. Suzuki 3 for 4 up now. He'll lead it off. Strike one, just below the knees. Below the belt. And Suzuki gets his 4th hit of the day, so he's having a fine day. And McLemore, we're going to pinch hit for McLemore. He struck out 4 times today, so we are going to pinch hit for him. Not much on the bench here. Possibly L. Martin. I think L. Martin is our best bet here. L. Martin is going to come in to pinch hit for McLemore. David Bell could play. Ooh, David Bell isn't bad either, but we'll bring in L. Martin to pinch hit, and then if the game continues, hopefully, we'll have David Bell come in and play third. Alright, so McLemore is... L. Martin will come in, the veteran. L. Martin, first at... Well, no, actually, he scored a run. I think he pinch ran. Does not have an official at bat. 240 hit on the actual season with 7 homers and 42 runs batted in. So Suzuki at first with nobody out. Martin will take a pitch for ball one in the dirt. And this one's popped up to right. Giambi comes in and makes the catch. So 1 down now for Brett Boone. He's 2 for 4 with a double and a home run. 3 RBIs today. Back out of play, 0-1. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Boone. 1-2. And this one's popped up. Mancino gives chase. And he makes the play in fair territory for out number 2. So Seattle down to the last out. Edgar Martinez up now 1 for 4. And that's going to be a fly to center. And Long catches it. Makes the catch. And the game is over. So Oakland sweeps Seattle 7-4 by a score of 7-4 today. Let's take a look at the final the box score.
Safeco Field, Oakland 7, Seattle 4. Jeff Tam is the winner. He is now 1-0 on the season. Aaron Seal is the loser. He is now 0-1 on the season. Jason Isringhausen gets the save. Number 1. Jeremy Giambi hit home run number 2 on the season. Eric Chavez hit number 2. Brett Boone hit number 1. Mike Cameron hit number 1. Time of the game, 3 hours, 16 minutes.
So, let's take a look at the pitching first. So, Gil Heredia goes 5 innings, all 11 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Allows 2 homers, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Tam gets the win, pitches an inning, allowing 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Mercier gets the hold, pitches an inning with 2 strikeouts. Isringhausen pitches 2 innings, allows 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Aaron Seeley takes the loss. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 5 runs, all of them earned. 1 home run allowed. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Arthur Rhodes pitches a third of an inning, allows 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, a home run. Jeff Nelson pitches an inning and 2/3, allows 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Paniagua, 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. No earned runs. Isringhausen his first save, so let's take a look at the batting here. So, for the Athletics, Johnny Damon 1 for 4 with a walk. Jose Ortiz 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Frank Menincino came on to defensive replacement, did not get an at-bat. Jason Giambi 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Olmedo Sainz was 0 for 3. Eric Chavez 1 for 4 with a run scored and 3 runs batted in. Hit a home run. Miguel Tejada 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. 2 doubles. Terrence Long 1 for 4 with a run scored. Jeremy Giambi 2 for 4 with a run scored and 4 runs batted in. And Ramon Hernandez 0 for 4. For the Seattle Mariners, ICHIRO Suzuki had an excellent day, averaged up to .571 with a 4 for 5 performance, with a run scored and 3 stolen bases on the day. Now is 5. Mark McLemore was 0 for 4. They call it the Golden Sombrero there with 4 strikeouts. Al Martin pinch hitter 0 for 1. Brett Boone had a good day, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. A double and a home run. Martinez, 1 for 5 with an RBI. Double. Olerud 0 for 3 with a walk. Mike Cameron 3 for 4 with a homer. Stan Javier 1 for 4 with a double. A lot of extra base hits today. Ozzie again. Carlos Guillen 1 for 3 with a walk, and Dan Wilson was 1 for 4. Player of the game, let's see. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Jeremy Giambi. Was 2 for 4 with a run scored and 4 runs batted in. Otherwise, it would have been probably either Brett Boone or Suzuki. Probably gonna go with Suzuki on that one, because he was 4 for 5 with 3 stolen bases. And a run scored. So let's take a look at the miscellaneous here. Miscellaneous. So Long had a triple. Tejada had a couple doubles. Jeremy Giambi a double. Martinez, Boone, and Javier all doubles. Home runs for Chavez, his second. Jeremy Giambi, his second. Brett Boone, his first. Mike Cameron, his first. Stolen bases, Suzuki had 3. Caught stealing Cameron. Great plays by Cameron, 2. And Guillen, 1. Poor plays. Damon, Cameron, and McLemore. And Cameron had one of these, I think, was a web gem. Javier with the outfield assist, nailing Damon at second. Wow, Seattle left 9 runners on base. And, yep, Jeremy Giambi, the MVP. I guess I have to agree with that one. Look at the score sheet. Here's the score sheet for the Oakland Athletics. And here's the score sheet for the Seattle Mariners, who go to 0-3 now. So we'll do the play-by-play quickly. And there it is. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. My co-hosts, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. And game number 3 of the ICHIRO Suzuki career replay using Action PC Baseball. Unfortunately, his team did not fare well as they're 0-3 now. So they're glad to see Oakland leave. So we'll see you in game number 4. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.